best revenge games for 2024?
Well, there's some good ones out there, right? There definitely is. I mean, the one that came to my mind right off the bat, and I don't even know if it was like totally revenge here, but it's revenge because they're both psychos and there's a revenge about something, is the Harbaugh Bowl this year. The Harbaughs. I mean, the Ravens going to the Chargers, right? Or do I have that opposite? Yeah, the Ravens going to the Chargers, going to play there. Of course, hey, it's going to be Jim wanting to get revenge for their Super Bowl loss. It's going to want to be Jim wanting to establish, hey, I'm back in the league, John, brother. I'm kind of good over here, too. It's going to be John going, hey, we're the Ravens. Screw you. Don't infringe on my territory. We're still one of the best teams in the AFC. So that's one that, came about right in my brain. I mean, it's revenge for something. Revenge for a noogie that John gave Jim at 9 years old. Who knows what it is?
Well, and if the schedule makers really want to have a little poetry or symmetry in this, some type of tree, they first met on a Thanksgiving night in 2011. And that was actually the game that spawned NFL Network giving up that game and sending it to NBC to give it a bigger platform and a bigger audience, because the Thanksgiving night game became a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
It was 49ers at Ravens. So Ravens at Chargers, that would be fair. That would be a great Thanksgiving night game. I got to go Russell Wilson at the Broncos. And Pete expected me to take Kirk Cousins.
Well, of course we did. Every every draft we do is Steelers and Vikings. So yes, and of course you got the Steelers. Yeah, of course we know.
This is Steelers.
Yes, thank you.
Well, because think of how things went for Russell Wilson in Denver. Think about last year. Regardless of who's right or who's wrong, Russell Wilson clearly believes he got mistreated. He clearly believes that the team made an improper request of him to alter his contract under threat of being benched, and the word extortion has been thrown around. Remember when your former teammate Brandon Marshall was doing that interview where he was fawning all over Russell Wilson? He even said extortion. Like, at some level, under that facade of nice guy, Russell Wilson has a fire burning. He wants to stick it to Sean Payton. He wants to stick it to the Denver Broncos, and he gets to go back to Denver to do it this year as the quarterback of the Steelers, assuming he's the starter when the time comes.
Yeah, hey, listen, that's definitely up there. We know that. And that is like, it's real revenge there. It's revenge in the Wilson house, all right? They're disagreeing with your assessment on revenge today. That's real revenge. That constitutes a real, like...
Somebody did poop in the dishwasher.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly right. Like, that really did happen almost, basically, in a literal or a figurative way in Denver. Thank you. I got there. I don't know if I can spell it, Pete. I'm not sure. All right, next one. I'm just going to go
Revenge.
Yes, I'm going to go to just basic revenge here, okay? And this is with my buddy, right? Shanahan, the 49ers, the Chiefs. They get another crack at them this year. It's again. And this goes beyond, like, wait, we've lost 2 Super Bowls to the Kansas City Chiefs in heartbreaking fashion, right? Where we were kind of controlling the game in both games for really the better part of 3 quarters. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. So there's revenge there, let alone Shanahan hasn't beat Andy Reid at all as a head coach yet. I believe Andy Reid's like 5-0 against Shanahan or 4-0 or something like that. It's close to that, right? So, that's getting personal, and it is real revenge there. So that'll be a testy game for sure because of both of those teams next year.
I got to go Aaron Jones against the Packers. Again, I'm resisting Kirk Cousins and the Vikings simply because there isn't animosity there. There clearly is animosity between Jones and the Packers. He's talking about what a bright future the team has. Next thing you know, he's gone. Matt LaFleur, the head coach of the team, apparently said recently that he was caught off guard by the Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, swap, which seems kind of odd that the head coach would be caught off guard. If he's caught off guard, clearly Aaron Jones is caught off guard. So I think he's feeling closer to the Russell Wilson mindset than just I'm just doing my job like I think Kirk Cousins will feel.
Yeah, I would hear that, definitely. That would be, yes, he's going to, in the division – they got, and it's even more like they got rid of me and brought in another running back, right? And no, that's not exactly like it's like the youngest guy in the world. It's Josh Jacobs, year 6 of his career. So that's got to irk him a little bit. There's no doubt about it. I think revenge would be a real thing there. All right, we're going to a break, Pete says. Okay, so I'll make my last pick after. We're going to a break. Good.
Round 3 when we return.
Will you pick a Steeler or a Viking?
All right, there are the picks so far of the games that will be revenge for literally or figuratively defecating in a dishwasher. Here's Chris's third pick.
You're disgusting.
Go ahead, make your pick.
You're a child. You're a child. You're a 50.
I know. That's
child.
Fine. That's fine.
I'd
rather be a 58-year-old child than an 8-year-old old man.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. You're right. You don't want to do that. There's some good ones out there. I mean, it's Devin White. That's going to be personal when he plays the Bucks, right? I mean, Patrick Queen and the Ravens. I'll leave the Viking stuff to you since you can only do that in the draft. So I'll leave that. I know where you're going next, so I'm not going to steal it. I know. I guarantee it. All right? But I'm going to go with Saquon against the Giants. Of course, that to your point a minute ago, that's real revenge. The Giants never paid him a long-term contract. He was the number 2 pick of the draft. He was really awesome in a lot of ways without a very great supportive, cast around him, supporting cast. So I would think there's going to be extra incentive, especially being that division rival like you were just talking about with Aaron Jones, that he's going to want to, shove it up the spot you keep talking about with the Giants.
The pick for me is not Kirk Cousins returning to Minnesota, which will happen this year. I've already got Paul Allen
better one.
working on me to go to the game. The better one is, whenever it happens, Cowboys at Falcons, Mike Zimmer, former Vikings coach, coordinating the Dallas defense, Kirk Cousins the quarterback, a lot of tension between them.
Who do you think Mike Zimmer would rather beat the crap out of? Kirk Cousins or you? Who do you think he'd rather beat the crap out of?
He'd want to beat the crap out of me with Kirk Cousins' helmet.
Yeah, that's right. You hear that, Mike? If you need any help, just call me. I'll beat the crap out of him with you. I'll join in. Let's do it.
Do anyway, without any desire for revenge.
That's
just
right.
Keep the dishwasher
just
locked
gonna
the next
beat up
time
an
I
old
visit.
man.
That's all
what
I
I
have
need
to
to
say.
do.
See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.